Well, I thought, why not do a bit of a video on a cook up that we're doing in Sabi. I've got a couple of mates coming over. We're going to have a bit of a yak around the campfire and we're going to do a live at the same time. So I thought I'll prepare some food, and I thought no better concept than having lamb shanks in a camp oven. And of course with a touch of port. So I'm just going to get some of the veggies ready. So I'm going to cut some onions up, a bit of garlic, some carrots and some celery to get it going. You know, the one thing I love when you're cooking up like this sort of stuff is you can add your own little flavours with everything you do. Now, something I do like to do is I add a stock. Now, when you buy stocks, you can buy it in a container where it's a litre or so, but you can also buy it in little cubes. You can buy it in all sorts of different ways, but I buy these little units here. So 2 of them go into 1 litre, but why I use those is for when you're traveling in cube that's got wet and then gone into nothing sort of thing. So they're pretty handy to get to make your stock. And of course you add all your other flavors. But what I'm gonna add in is I've got rosemary. I'll put that in because you always put that with lamb without a doubt. And then I've got bay leaves. So I'll put probably 3 bay leaves in with it. But I'll get this chopped up. I wanna fry up my onion, and I wanna fry up the garlic. So just to get them browned over or caramelized a little bit. So I've just got a bit of plain flour. Just gonna whack that into there. And all I'm doing is rolling the lamb shanks in it. So this is so I can just put it into the camp oven and sear it off. It'll crisp off, and then that way we can get it to a nice brown before we actually put any more ingredients in there. So we'll just get them prepared first, so they're good to go. That process sort of takes me probably 15, 20 minutes because I like to keep turning them over. So put the lid on and just keep turning them, rolling them over. All right, these are done. These are all sealed up, they're nice and brown. Now I'm going to brown the onion and garlic. Just run a bit more oil in there. And give them a good stir up. Just get them caramelised and brown. And then we'll whack the meat back in there. And we'll add a bit more of that a bit later, but I'll get a bit of stock in there. Now, as I said to you, those little capsules I had before, I've just mixed them up, 2 of them, with a litre of water. Pop that lid back on, but it's going to take around about 2.5 hours to do, and we should be good. All right, so now I'm going to throw in some diced tomato, 2 tins. This will add to the flavour. And then we will get a little bit of carrot and celery. And then we want about probably half a tub of tomato paste. I'm just going to add a bit of salt there now. And of course, a little bit more port. Now we'll close that up because the great part about this, it's just like a stew. So it's just cooking from the bottom. I don't have to put coals on the top. And as you can see, it's all bubbling there, all the juices, and then that'll go into the meat and it'll just taste beautiful. But then what'll happen is in about another 1.5 hours, that meat will just fall off the bone and all the flavours will be in it. All right, so we've been about 2.5 hours now, so she should be ready. Just take a look at that as it just falls off the bone. Look at that. That is going to taste delicious. Anyway, we're going to bog into that now. I just got to mash some potato and dish it up. Yummo.
I've even got a cow skin to sit on.
Cozy. Well, we've had a good night here tonight. Now we're just going to bog in, eat it, sit around the fire and have a bit more of a chat. See you next time.